Hello, good morning. Hope this meets you well. How are you doing today? Yes. This morning I'd like to welcome my new subscribers and those who have been rooting for me and just giving me little thumbs up here and there and dropping some comments. Thank you for encouraging me to do more and to be better. So, now I'll just keep coming out as the Lord leads. I'll keep coming out. So this morning I just want to encourage someone. I just brought words of encouragement today, and today I'll be talking to us about not beating up ourselves too hard, not being too hard on ourselves. So something happened lately and I felt I didn't take the right decisions, I didn't do it well, and I shouldn't fall prey of that kind of mistake, because I felt that I'd gone past this. Somebody cannot come and tell me gibberish and I'll just act without asking questions. That I needed to be sure of certain things before I go into them. So I was just not feeling too proud of the whole situation, not feeling too proud of how everything turned out, and I just decided to encourage myself. Just looked at it in this light and said, I'm beating up myself, and if I continue doing that it's going to cause a problem. It's going to make me to stop myself in times I'm not supposed to stop myself, in times I'm supposed to take a leap. Maybe this was investment matter, maybe in investment or even relationship. Maybe I had a friend and then the friend didn't do things exactly the way I expected, or the relationship didn't end well. Although most times I just want relationships to, even if they have to go, I just want them to, I like to let them go peacefully. But sometimes it's always not in our hands, and even if it was a relationship that you expected more from, and this relationship didn't turn out well, or didn't end the way you wanted it, and then maybe some decisions that you made in the relationship didn't meet expectations, and it didn't go the direction you were thinking. I think the best way to handle such is learn lessons. Whatever that relationship brought, whatever that situation brought, whatever that scenario brought, just learn your lessons and throw away the ones, know the things you should throw away, things you should do better the next time, and then move on. And this we have to do systematically, because sometimes you just brush them aside and then it doesn't really sit in our subconscious. So for me, what I do sometimes is that when I have something like that, maybe an experience or a situation that didn't end exactly the way it was supposed to end, I just pull back a little. Can be silent for some time, trying to brood and think about it. Then if I have someone around me that I respect, that I feel that I value their opinion, and their opinion usually makes sense to me, they can shout on me, they can give me advice, and usually most times it's always healthy advice, not just in my own opinion but looking at it from the eyes of wisdom. So I'll just maybe have to share that thing with them and tell them what really happened and my own perspective of it, what I think I would have done better. And you'll be surprised that they'll also mirror it a certain way. Sometimes they may say it's not your fault. Sometimes they may say, this one is your fault. This is where you got it wrong. So you want that you want a healthy criticism. You don't want that beating up, like you were just stupid in that thing. You just didn't handle it well. You don't want beating up. Yeah, sometimes sometimes you need to beat yourself up, like talk to yourself. I do that. I'll just talk to myself. Say, hi, she's so bad. Child, you messed up. So, but now we're looking at it in a good light. How can we handle this thing so that it will not go south and then we enter depression, or we go to an unhealthy space where we're not able to do that again, especially when it's not a bad relationship, or it's not a bad idea, or it's not a bad investment. From my last experience, when I invested in that thing, terrible, it was scam. And then you now decide that you will not do it again, and you stop yourself. You find yourself backpedaling. If there's anything like that, you want to take that leap, you pull back. You want to take that leap, you pull back. So it's not a healthy space to be. So I think having to think through it, bringing out time to consciously think through it, either with somebody, talk to somebody, or you think through it and then know where you think things went wrong. Maybe you didn't do your research well. Maybe you did not ask the right questions. You didn't probe. You didn't check if those people had offices. You just went and invested. They just told you one very nice story. And then your hard-earned money in this economy, you just say, let me just invest small. And then all of a sudden you say, let me invest more. I think it's legit. So I think there is a place for really processing that, picking up lessons learned, if possible writing them down, or being accountable. If you are discussing with somebody, you will just say, anytime I want to do this kind of thing, I have to run it through you before I even go into it at all. I won't have to do it secretly, because sometimes one of the problems is that we want to do something secretly, and when you want to do secretly, when the problem will come, it will be so bad that you cannot even hide it, because your emotions will be all over the place, and then you're now like, how did I fall prey of this? So I've just come to say, don't beat yourself up so much for a past mistake. Instead, try to think through on it and pick out those things that you didn't do right, those things that you were supposed to do that you did not do, those steps you were supposed to take, precautions you were supposed to make that you didn't do, and then try to take corrections. And sometimes it may be outside your scope. Things like contracts, you would have to ask someone that knows. You may have to ask a lawyer, because sometimes when they write all those contracts, there are some contracts they will bring you. Almost all the contracts, especially when it's written by a lawyer, you may not even know everything. And if you assume that because the person is in your fellowship, or because the person he looks nice, he has been talking sense, you want to ask the right questions, and you also want to run it through a lawyer. Or if you have a lawyer friend, if you are afraid to, maybe you're not sure you have, or you don't think you have the money to have like a personal lawyer, that's why you just spread your tentacles and have good friends that bring things to the table. So you can call a friend and say, please, can you just, and when that friend brings something that you can do too, you have to do it free, if they used to do something free for you. So it's a win-win. So yes, so don't beat yourself beat yourself up too much. Don't be too hard on yourself, and learn your lessons and move on. Move on. Just move on. Don't let it suck out the joy in you, that you don't have joy again, and you don't have hope, or you don't expect good things, legit things to come to you. Because if it puts you in that space of, having trust issues, because almost every investment, every business, even relationship, somehow there has to be some little hope and faith and trust from the start, predeposited for it to start. So if there's any breach of any of those, then you may have to check it and be sure that it's not just the enemy trying to take out something that will become something big in the future. So you want to be sure. Don't be quick to say, I'm cutting it off. It didn't work. But just make sure that, do you need more patience? Maybe you didn't handle things well, maybe you didn't say the right words. Or just check it. Don't be quick to say, God forbid, I cannot be connected to this person again. No, they are devilish, or in relationship, aspect, or maybe if it's finance, I can never invest. I rather put the money inside one kumkum and just know that my money is there. Just try not to beat yourself so much that you're not able to take such risk again, and you're not able to do some things that will bring you good things in the future. So that's what I came here to say today, and I hope this blessed you. And my prayer is that anything I say here, that it's going to be a blessing to as many as come in contact with it. I'm not just here to just show my face. I'm here to just throw out something in the space and allow God to use it to bless someone. Anybody. So, yes. So, well, for now, I'm still thinking of a way to welcome all my Cheesy Corner community members. Maybe I'll just come and say, welcome to Cheesy Space. Oh, this one is not Ganga. Let me think of. Today the vibes is not really flowing. I just said I must appear. Okay. Have a lovely day and remain blessed. Bye-bye.